What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in the last video we managed to get the LS1 running in the DALE30, but it just wasn't running right. It just kept dying, running like a dog and just running super rich and just wouldn't idle. So in this video there's a few things I want to jump into and try, just a couple of different sensors I want to try, the idle air control valve, things like that. All things that could be playing up and making it run funny like it is. So we won't waste any time and we'll hook straight into it and see if we can try this idle air control valve first. So I'm thinking it's this idle air control valve here, because if I actually hold that wide open, start it and then balance it back, I can get it to idle, but I have to balance it off of the throttle body. So I'm pretty sure it's this. I haven't actually had a look at one of these, especially on an LS. So I might just unscrew it, have a bit of a look and see if they're like serviceable and fixable. If not, I'll just order a new one. I think they're pretty cheap for LSs, so may as well see, pull it apart, have a look, bit of investigation, see if we can fix it. If not, then we'll order the new one. So as you can see, it actually looks quite gunked up. Let's see if it focuses. It's pretty gunked up. So I might just give everything a bit of a clean and chuck it back together, see if it helps. Yeah, look at that, big lumps of stuff. Okay guys, so now that's clean and put back in, I might just try it again and see if it works. So you can see what I mean about how it'll start on full throttle and you just dial it back and have to balance it. So I might actually just pull that out, have it sitting here and just see if you can see it trying to move or whatever. I'm not too sure if you will see a signal or not. I can see it moving. Alrighty guys, so originally my thinking for the idle air control valve was that having to hold it wide open to pick it up off idle and fire. But when I pulled it apart, then you can see it moving and you can also feel it opening up and it's sucking in air. And even when it's started off with the throttle body cracked open, you try and get it to rev up any more, it just tries to stall out. So I'm wondering if it's actually more the map sensor not reading correctly. I don't think it'll be a vacuum leak, because it would have to be a really bad vacuum leak for that to happen. And I'm pretty sure I've got all the bungs in all the same places I had before when it ran mint. So I might do a bit of homework, see if there's a way to test the map sensor. If not, maybe pull the intake manifold back off and just check everything over. We'll see. Alrighty guys, after surfing the big wide internet, I think it is the map sensor on the back of the intake manifold here. I was checking a heap of forums and apparently when they go bad they will just default to 100 kPa reading all the time, just a constant reading. That's exactly what the air intake pressure is. So the manifold pressure is sitting exactly on 100 kPa. So that pretty much confirms that that's gone bad. Whether I knocked it or something maybe while it was sitting out on the bench, I'm not sure. They're only pretty cheap off Rock Auto, so I might do an order tonight. Fingers crossed. Alrighty guys, so it's now a couple of weeks later and it's still doing the same thing. After I shot that, I ordered the map sensor that came in. I quickly changed it out because it's pretty simple to get to and everything. I didn't even bother filming it. I just thought, oh, I'll just see if it happens to work because I'm getting a bit frustrated here. Still didn't work, so I thought screw this, spoke to a few more people. I thought, alright, I'll try and do the cam angle sensor and the crank angle sensor as well, just in case for some reason it was throwing the timing way off, and just because when it was running it was just like ridiculously rich, and I ridiculously overpaid for them in Taronga instead of ordering them off Rock Auto. Put them in, same thing, and that was last week, I think it was. So in the end, I just got hold of Ryan at DYNOPOWER, yarned to him from a bit, and pretty much came to the conclusion I'm just going to drop it off to DYNOPOWER. So it's going this Thursday, so it's only a couple of days from now. Just going to drop it off to them. From discussions, it seems like it might have actually just deleted the tune that we had on there, because it had a mathless tune and stuff on it, and the security removed. And it's almost like it's trying to find a MAF sensor or O2 sensors or something, and it's just dumping fuel in. And I obviously don't want to run it too long like that with just heaps of fuel going into it on a fresh rebuild, because it'll just be washing all the bores and everything and just destroying the new rings. So fingers crossed they can get it sorted. I'm hoping the ECU hasn't completely shit itself or something like that. At least ECUs are quite cheap for those, hopefully, and there's plenty of them around. So I'll be super intrigued that when they do find the problem to see what it actually is, because I hate not being able to fix these things myself. I like learning new things and actually being able to sort them out, and the amount of problem solving I was doing, like I ended up checking the continuity from the sensor plugs back to the ECU pinout and everything, made sure the loom had good connections. Like I spent a lot of hours that I wasn't filming just going over and over and over everything in the car, and still came to the same conclusion. So that's why I decided to just call in the professionals and go from there. It's definitely not the result I was hoping for after the rebuild. I want to just put it back together and it was all la-di-da and happy days, but I suppose these things happen. It's cars, isn't it? So we'll leave it here for this video. Hopefully in the next video we'll have some dyno goodness and actually running of the, well, properly running of the DALE30. In the meantime, we do have a couple of weeks of D1NZ with Guy and Ryan, the team, and they've got Jimmy Oakes and Rome Sharp Interior coming over from the States and stuff, so it's going to be a hectic couple of weeks. It's going to be exciting meeting those guys and getting to do a bit of work with them, so I'm looking forward to that. So cheers guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.